Justice! Killed! By these fuckers!
By these fuckers!
Fuck the police!
Pigs will be sorry for nobody.
What's wrong with you people?
I don't want to screw with the police. I don't want to screw with the police. I want to screw with what they're protecting.
And they're like zombie slaves, like get on the steps.
I really like the cops. They make me want to sing. You know my favorite movie.
The divide between some occupiers wanting to be total pacifists and others supporting what they call a diversity of tactics. Too often, what they mean by a diversity of tactics is including violence. And then if that's what you mean by diversity of tactics, then to me that means perversity of tactics. You will not get anywhere with the police using violence. You will lose. They are much better equipped than we will ever be. And also, just as importantly, if not more importantly, with violence you lose mainstream America. If we get enough mainstream Americans to join this movement, we will have the police join this movement.
This is addressing the police.
This is addressing the police.
You have the choice.
You have the choice
To disobey unjust orders.
Don't do anything to provoke them or antagonize them. Don't march in the street if you don't have a permit and it's illegal and they ask you to be on the sidewalk. You have to obey the law. In humanizing ourselves, we have to talk to these officers. And everybody says, well, what would I say? I don't know what to say. Every single person in an occupied protest has something to say, and that is they can tell the officer why they are there, and the officer may not even look at you while you're talking to him or her, but they will hear you. And if enough people humanize themselves to the police in a respectful way, then you're going to have different relations with the police.
Okay, I was conversing with fucking cops here.
I'm not commenting.
Because they wear button-down shirts doesn't mean they're any different than other cops. They have guns and they fucking hate us.
Now, for the people that are so frustrated by the system and they have so much pent-up anger, they were told, hey, work within the system. Well, they did work within the system. And what did we get? We got a black George Bush, practically. So I can see where they want to gravitate towards some violence and just, if not for no other reason, just to vent all this pent-up frustration. But you gotta put the goal of the movement above your personal expressions and anger. And the goal of this movement is basically take corporations out of controlling our lives. And if you want to do that, we need the police on our side, and we need mainstream America on our side.
As a man of color! As a man of color! From New York fucking City!
From New York fucking City!
For me!
For me!
It is about the point of production!
The point of production!
Of state oppression!
Of state oppression!
Which is the fucking police!
Which is the fucking police!
So fuck the fucking police!
So fuck the
But I think that all tactics are necessary. You know, our people have had treaties with this government for years, and this government has upheld none of those treaties. Zero. I mean, that's like, wow. But I think that there's people that still believe in this system, in this government, and they get to do that. You know, and you know, we should support their efforts, whatever they feel is what they need to do. So I believe in a diversity of tactics. I don't want to go out and go confrontational with the police, although I have in my lifetime. We need to do whatever we can. This is this empire that's here, and it's going to take every one of us and everything we have to bring it down. I worked up in Washington State on immigration issues. We were doing a march because people had been driving by shooting into the camps, the immigrant camps that were there to pick apples and all that. They just drive by and shoot off guns. And so we felt like we had to come out and stop that. And we went on a march, and there was a bridge. We got to the bridge, we were at one end, and a whole police force was at the other end. And we looked at each other and we said, what are we going to do? And we talked about it, and we said, we're going to go on through. So we locked arms, and I knew that day I was going to get a beat down. I knew it. And we walked across there, and this whole army of policemen just spread apart. And we walked right on through. Then I had children. and I can't feed my children if I'm in jail. So I quit being out. But now my children, they're in college. So now I'm deciding what my...
Coming out of retirement?
Yeah, what is my line now? So I'm not sure at this time.
It was really effective at first, and we got people's attention, and we gave our message even, and people understood it and agreed with it. But then it's kind of like, you can't just keep doing that. There has to be a next step. And the police have gotten really good at arresting people. Media is getting more disciplined about not reporting on it. So yeah, we need something else.
People are more useful outside of jail than they are inside. We do need people to go to jail sometimes, unfortunately, to like raise awareness so people can see that, okay, he got arrested for writing on the sidewalk with chalk, you know, things like that. I was always down to be like one of the people who were to get arrested in these situations, because I know somebody has to do it, but when the battles that we were fighting didn't seem like they were fruitful, you know, to get arrested at this point when I can go be doing something else, you gotta just pick and choose your battles.
It's not really about, to me, when I look deeper, about the tactics people are using or about the theory, it's about the strategy. So people who are young, often white male, adolescent energy, go out on the streets and throw down mailboxes and tear up street signs and make a mess in the street and like express their anger in that way. If there isn't strategy behind it, then it's problematic. I think that the question about diversity of tactics was actually, should have always been more a question of strategy.
We're having a conversation. We understand. The conflicts within. The 99%. The 99%. Are the KKK the 99%? Not my 99%. Not my 99%. Are the police the 99%? Are the police the 99%? Not my 99%. Not my 99%. We can have differences. We can have differences. That's what makes us beautiful. That's what makes